I think initially when I wanted to start working with Zinkerz, I was already starting in school for education. So I needed something that was going to be flexible for me. And so when I researched Zinkerz, I realized like, oh, it's really flexible. Like I can still go to school and still work at the same time. I also liked the idea of just challenging myself a bit because I am like in elementary education. So I thought it would be a fun challenge as well. So that's really how I got into it, because it was just so flexible for my schedule. So there's feedback offered, which is like really good. So yeah, online feedback, there's for the classes that are offered, and then also like in camp, there's feedback offered as well. And so it's nice to hear that because sometimes working online, you're not really, or I've noticed that with some companies, you don't really know who is at the top, or like you don't really speak with so many people who are in like a management level. But with Zinkerz, like you're able to have one-on-one, whether that be like, you know, on an email or even in like a Google Meets, where you're able to get feedback. So that's like really nice. Just, I think it's allowed me to see that everyone learns a different way. And so just again, I mean, flexibility as far as learning how to like adapt to different learning styles. I think even for me as like an educator, a licensed educator, that carries over where it's like, you might have to try different things to get things to stick, or you might have to have different rapports with different students in order to help them learn. And so that's really been helpful because there's such a variety of classes that I teach for Zinkerz, and students and age groups and like different demographics, different cultures. And so that all of that, I think, helps like make someone a better educator. So a student that I had, I think he kind of got into a rut. We've talked about this student just earlier, and then he got into a bit of a rut, and he was able to get a different approach to how he perceives the problems and how he works through them. And just seeing how, I mean, he was getting, you know, maybe 10 questions wrong, each verbal to one question, or a perfect score. And it's just about the fact that, and I can't say it's like my success story, but the fact that Zinkerz was able to like sit down and think of like a customized plan or like what he should do, and then to see that it actually paid off, and like how he wasn't exhausted. And like, I think that was just great. I mean, it was just a great feeling to see a progress happen like so quickly, just because there was some personal attention taken. So I think for Zinkerz, Zinkerz takes into account, and I'm talking about higher up, takes into account every single student and like how they can be successful. I was initially nervous because I'm an online person. So I was nervous. But when I got in there, it was just great. It was great seeing the students. It was great putting faces with like emails from Zinkerz staff, like maybe like we met finally. And I was like, oh, like I've known you for a couple of years now, but then seeing you in person, like that was so nice. And then everything was just structured really well. So it was that I knew what I was doing for that day. And yeah, there was some flexibility or some small changes, but I definitely think like overall, there was always someone there, like if I needed some support or like some help with something. So that was nice. I think just making friends with like other educators was really nice. And yeah, it was a busy camp, but it was a good camp. I think the only thing that I would say that they would need to think about is just making sure that they can be consistent. But I think it's like a great company. I don't plan on going anywhere. And I would tell them like, come on and join.